It's week 2 of the National Football League.
And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals.
It's the Bengals and the Ravens.
And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Let's go, man.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team,
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 33, here's second down and a yard. Off the play fake, Young. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his 1 collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. And Lance now to throw. And it's caught. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 3, second and a yard. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. James Cook. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Young. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Young now. He'll drop this one off with ETN. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Young. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Again, it's Young. To the sideline and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Rondale Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Lance. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Moore, the motion man. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. Now a play fake. Lance. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight end, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, Lance. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off of play action. Here's Lance. Hard throw. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Young. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Throwing now is Lance. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Young will set to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Young to throw it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air once more, Young. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Defense. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Looking to throw, Young. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Bengals first down.
Young working out of the gun. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Here is Young. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. From the shotgun, it's Young. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. It'll be Young again.
Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. In motion goes the tight end. Etienne up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we got to pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now here come the Ravens. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down at 8. From the gun, it's Lance. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are able to extend their lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A
drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Out of the gun, it's Young.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Young completes it to Austin. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing, Young.
Pass out to the sideline. He's got Lockett.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Shotgun now for Lance.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. Play action. Now it's Lance.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And Lance going to throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Working from the gun. Lance swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now Lance on the option right.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Lance.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lance looking to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
And Lance now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On play action, Lance slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Again, it's Lance. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. In motion left goes a tight end.
Throwing now is Lance. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And give him a full 10 yards there, 2nd and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can...
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Trey Lance.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready to go back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Young working out of the gun.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he made.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. In motion, right one of the tight ends.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bengals.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
To throw, it's Lance. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Able to find the open man. That's It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
He finds Austin complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It'll be Young again.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one goes for 8 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Young to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Austin brings in the quick throw.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
31 yards.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but
But you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Finds Pickens out right.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Lance to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now Young.
That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing, Young.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Young to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Now 2nd and 5. On the option right is Lance.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Connor.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. 2nd and 11. Lance going to hold on to it. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Ravens,